You'll be a kange for that day. Yeah? You'll be a kange for that day. Please believe you'll be a kange for that day. Guys, today we're asking you on Wide Around Town, African funerals, what's your story? Guys, let me tell you, huku inje, things happen in African funerals. Very many things. That is where wives who are in shags introduce themselves together with their children. If marehemu was a lady and she's passed on, that is where he checks in. Or if the mzee has passed on and I think there's property which needs to be distributed, that is where the chick comes with the son. Apparently there's normally a son somewhere. There's normally a son. So pia yeye shamba yake lazima apewe. There are those who cry early, umeamua kutuachia mali yetu mapema. Ay, pole. And then they cry like that. Aki nyumba ilikuwa nisichukue sahi lakini ni kama umesema nichukue sahi. Ay, Jacob, no. You see? That's how guys gift themselves actually property, you know. So I think African funerals have the most interesting drama that I have ever seen. Me personally, let me say for myself, from where I come from, huko kuna kuanga drama 24/7. So one day I go for this funeral, tuko tu tumekaa mimi nasoma tu, you know, the, what do you call this booklet that they print for the eulogy. I'm just reading life history of this person, where they went to school. I'm not even paying attention now to the speech. Then the guy stands up and is like, people who are married into this family, please stand. Like women who are married into this family. So of course, the various women of, probably the brothers and the uncles, they stand, they introduce themselves. But there was one particular person who was very interesting. Kasimama, and then everyone was just going there. Guys are clapping. Oh, they're crying, of course. This was my person. Nini. I'm sorry. Nini. Wacha huyu ashike microphone. Ikakuwa sasa, mimi ni bibi ya huyu mzee. Hey! First of all, na huyu, hawa wawili ni vijana wake. I even close that the eulogy. Tiap! So, kuna kuangana a lot of... Now guys start murmuring. Then like, wewe ndio nani? Mimi ndio bibi ya huyu mzee. Nasema bibi ule mwingine wa huyu mzee. Like I'm this person's wife, the other wife of this guy. And these two kids you're seeing here are his son. So there was already the drama ensued. One of the aunties has stood up, amekuja, wants to take the mic, and they're like, you're embarrassing us. Wewe unatuletea aibu. This lady is like, no, I have to speak. You have to know. I have been here. I have been waiting. Nimekuwa nikingoja niletwe nioneshwe familia. Sijawahi oneshwa. But ninaishi pale kwa ile mlango. So guys are like, haya. This is why sometimes dad comes here and doesn't come here to the homestead, but anaendanga huko. Kumbe there's another there's a, should I call him, outgrower. And that, let me tell you, that thing brought a lot of drama. There was fights. People now came to settle scores of the way sijui this person's wife alinikwaza, this guy's wife alikuwa sijui was how. That is where you find people settling scores by the in African funeral. Let me say Lunje land sana from me where I've come from the funerals that I have seen. That is where other wives introduce themselves. They make themselves known. If you want to know someone has another wife, have a funeral. They don't come from ATCU when there's marriage and no. Go and have a funeral. That is when the person will introduce themselves properly. And then now they'll be claimed to property live there on the stage. When the people are speaking, it'll be, hey. In fact, huyu marehemu alitusaidia sana. Hata alisema hii shamba ya huku ndo nitaachiwa. In English, for those who don't understand, it's like the deceased left for us this land, this piece of land. He had talked to me before he died. So it becomes another issue because now also the children of that home are wondering, when were you left for this? You uncle, you auntie, when were you left for this? So it becomes a tussle. It becomes a fight. I remember one time where people, even the funeral had to be stopped because the other family, they're also doing well, they came with policemen. And there was a big fight there. There were gunshots rent the air. What were walilala chini? The funeral had to be stopped because they came with an injunction. They were saying, you're not going to bury our dad here. We want him to be buried at a neutral place where we can see him. So everyone was wondering, sasa hii ni nini? What is this? But African funerals is where now you get to know the who is who. Mumbi, if your dad has a uko nje, go into the mazishi. You will know who is his nini. You will know who has been claiming property. The person, that person who has been eyeing your wife, they're coming to console her, like, sasa usijali, don't worry. I will take care of you. We will take care of you. That person saying will be take care of you. Second in command is normally there, but the second in command is normally just waiting. Once this first in command goes, my friend, second in command is there, like, don't worry, I will take care of you and the children, everything will be okay. Nini. Hapo ndo second in command anakujanga swinging into action. Yeah, swinging into action. And some of you, it's like the way I've been saying, they divide properties for themselves there and then. Nikama, the car now is yours. This piece of shamba is yours. This house is yours. And it's for the guy there, and you don't even care about the wife. So, guys, what's your story? What is the most interesting thing you've seen in an African funeral when you've gone? Sometimes it's even because I need the food. People come there because of the food. Some bring their children. They're like, hey, namukule, sipiki sapa. Namukule sana. Me, I've seen people do that. Mother do that. Namukule. So some know from Monday, says the funeral is going to be, the mourning period is like maybe 2 weeks. For those 2 weeks, supper will be eaten at this boma. In this homestead, that's where supper will be eaten. So every night, mukona wageni tu. Every night, mukona wageni, you have visitors every night seated there with you. They're all, quote unquote, they're crying, some of them, genuinely. Some of them know tukona food. And then also there's that disco matanga, which I don't know for how long it's been going on right now. If it's still there, there's also disco matanga. So, anyway, guys, let me know. African funerals, what's your story? What's your story? What's the most interesting thing you've seen? What's the most dramatic thing you've ever seen? And the cultures. There's different cultures about some animals that are to be slaughtered, maybe goats or maybe a cow. There are some which are to be sacrificed in some communities. There are some where the body, like us guys, the body comes the night before and it stays and you're supposed to just chill there with it. Mumbi, I know you're shaking your head, but no, for real. The body comes, mnakanayo hapo, then you view it, and then the next day is when now you go and bury it. I know, Mumbi, you guys don't do that. Anyway, yeah, just let us know. Let us know what you think about or what your culture is in African funerals. Keep it sugar and spice.